Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Locke to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Locke. He hits his target, Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Here's Walker, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes this a 9-point game. And to boot it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Lance looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced.
11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Lock. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lock now on 1st down. setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They look to throw. It's Locke. Throw out wide to Walker. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Locke looks to throw it again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they get their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake. Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Locke. Past the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Lance now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off of play action, here's Lance. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Boye Mafe able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And Lance going to throw. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Locke. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Locke. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Locke to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Locke going to throw it here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense. forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.